So once your students have taken a quiz, you might want to look how they did on the assessment as a class. Blackboard has a really easy way to do this. Now, when you're reviewing the quizzes, it would be ideal to not necessarily go question by question, because in an ideal world would be able to reuse these assessments. And also, if your class is taking them on Wednesday and then they share with the students who are taking on Thursday, it gives them an unfair advantage. So maybe the class after your class takes the assessment, you might want to review some of the concepts that your class seemed to miss. In order to do this, the easiest way, considering the quiz has pools of questions, would be to go into our gradebook and to run an item analysis. So I'm going to show you what that process looks like. So I'm going to come over to the column for the quiz. Now, one thing to note, which I will include in the email, is any student has not taken the assessment, whether they are a no-show or they just missed class or they were too late to take it, you should enter a 0 as per compliance requirements. Now, what we'll do is we'll go to the column for quiz 1. We will use the chevron to open up the menu. And then we are going to use the option item analysis. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it which assessment I want to run the analysis on, and I'm going to press run. Depending on how many questions are in the exam may determine how quickly this happens. Also, you will get an email with your item analysis notification in it. If you are running an item analysis for the midterm or the final, those do take quite a longer to run. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my item analysis, and then it gives me this report. So from here, we can see how your section did. Now, please remember that this is per section. So my section that meets at 11 had very different test scores than this one that meets at 130. My section at 11, there were 4 easy questions, 20 medium, and 4 hard questions. I don't know if that's because this section understands the material more, or because by 130 they could have gotten a lot of questions from other people. Now, Blackboard will automatically identify some questions that would be recommended for a review. So here, a pink dot usually means review recommended. Now this confuses me. So I actually need to I need to look a little deeper into these. My first section, when I reviewed their questions, they only had 4 pink dots. So I might want to use that. The other thing I can use is the difficulty rating to try and understand. And then what's nice is I can also come in here and click on an individual question, and I can see how the students were answering, as well as what the question was. So this might help you identify some areas that you would want to review.